Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Ruthie and we're getting ready to make the cheapest meal ever possible, liver and gizzards. If you know, you know. If you don't, watch the video and learn. This is the cheapest meal because this liver here only costs about $2 and the gizzards a little bit over $2, but total you're looking at under $5 for a meal. And we're going to feed a family of 4 today, and we're going to start seasoning this up. We're going to dredge in some flour, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, okay guys, so I'm going to reuse the flour. We had just finished dredging some chicken wings, so I'm going to use the leftover flour, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it and then re-season it more. This is about a cup. Let me see if that'll work, and I think I need to put a little bit more in, just to make sure I have enough, because we are seasoning up and dredging liver and gizzards, so need to make sure we have enough of that. So I'm just going to add in some pepper, and you can season how you want. Okay, this is just what we like to season with. I'm going to add salt. I'm going to add a little bit extra salt only because you do want the salt to come through with the flour, and sometimes it doesn't come through with the flour. Some onion powder. Season with your heart, guys. This onion powder doesn't seem to want to work. Have to tap it on the counter. There you go. Now it's working. There you go. Perfect. Some garlic powder. Looks like a lot, but you know what? The more you put, the better flavor you are going to get. And then some adobo. You don't have to use seasonings like I said that I'm using, but you can definitely season how you want. Can I get a fork, somebody? Sorry, I don't have a fork, and I don't want to mix with my hand because I have a glove on, and I would like to use the glove so I can start dredging the liver. And you can do whatever method you want. You can dredge with an egg. I'm not going to do it for the liver and gizzards. I did do it for the chicken, but I don't think it's necessary for the liver and gizzards. That's just my opinion. I cook like this all the time for the liver and gizzards. And it's been a while since we've had some, so figured I'd take you along and show you what I do to make my liver and gizzards. I learned this from my father. He came from the South, and he came up in an era where there was no money. So now we got that. I have my liver here, and I'm just going to put as much as I can in without overcrowding too much. And I'm going to just dredge the liver as best I can. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Try not to make a mess, but that is never possible in my kitchen. I strive not to, but it is. But a messy kitchen is where good food comes from. So let me just make sure everything is looking good. I do have a sheet pan here lined with tin foil, so that way cleanup will be easy. Just making sure that this liver is coated very nicely. Okay, so, and I'm just going to lay it on the sheet pan. Shake it off a little bit. Okay. And some people might be like, ooh, liver, but this stuff is really good. You really got to try it. If you've never tried chicken liver and gizzards, you really, really need to try it. I believe it's an old South thing, but you know what? To me, it should be across the globe thing. So I'm going to dredge this. I'm going to finish dredging this, and then we'll move on to the gizzards. Okay guys, so now to move on to the gizzards. And I don't know why they bring more gizzards than they do liver. I like the liver more than the gizzards. But my husband loves the gizzards, so he can pretty much eat this whole thing by himself. So I'm just going to put a couple of these in and do some more dredging in the flour. And again, you can do however you want to do it. When I do my chicken liver and gizzards, I just do the flour. I don't do an egg wash. Some probably do egg washes. I just don't. I think the flour is a good enough coating on it. So we're just going to coat these and make sure that they're nicely coated. And then we're gonna put them on the tray. And we're gonna continue coating the gizzards. And then I will be back. Okay guys, everything is now drenched in flour. My husband's asking me, should I let it sit for about 10 minutes so the flour can absorb into the meat and make a better coating? And I'm just going to let it do because I'm a little bit tired right now. So I'm gonna give this 10 minutes and then we're gonna start frying and you'll see the next part at the stove. Okay guys, got the oil heating. Actually, it's heated up. I did that off camera so we didn't have to sit and wait for this oil to heat. And we're going to slowly put in the liver. And you don't want to overcrowd the pan. And I'm using this thing because I don't want to burn myself. I burned myself way too many times in the kitchen already. And I'm just trying to be cautious and careful. You want to keep moving them around so they don't stick to the bottom. And this oil is a little bit too hot. Okay guys, I had to lower the heat a little bit, but you want to keep it at 350 temperature. And it's in a Dutch oven, so the heat like almost doubles. And these are the livers, so they're going to cook super fast. Just be mindful of that. You don't want to walk away. You don't want to burn them up or make them hard as a rock. And I'm going to put this like 4 at a time in. And I'm going to keep doing this until we're done. Okay, liver is done. We are now going to start on the gizzards. And I'm going to do the same process all over again, one by one, without crowding the pan. And the oil seems to be calmed down now. Oh my God, my stove is a hot mess. Put a couple more in and then we're going to fry it. These are going to take a little bit longer than the liver. Liver is something that cooks fairly quickly. So I'll be back to show you how this is going. The second batch in. This is going to take a little bit of time. We're going to continue doing batches until we are completely done with the gizzards. And then we will make a plate. Okay guys, we are finally done. Here is the liver and the gizzards that I showed you. And this is going to be our Sunday dinner. We also did some corn and carrots, gravy, some rice, and we threw in some fried chicken wings. Oh my goodness, the smells coming from my kitchen right now is fabulous. So this is going to be our Sunday dinner. I hope you liked, enjoyed, and I will talk to you in the next one.